What's up, everybody? What's up, everybody? Good morning, good evening, good afternoon, whenever you guys are watching this. How are you? This is Blessed by Abe, and right now, today, I'm doing my boy Miguel. I've been knowing Miguel, I think, for like 6, 7 years. He's a good kid, he always comes to me. Right now, I'm just cleaning him up, parting him up. Our first guideline I'm about to do is the ball guideline. So, what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna drop it down over the ear and come right back up on the occipital bone. Now, people, his hair is super, super, super thick, dense, dark. Like, his hair usually takes me about an hour just to do the fade, and then I have to work on the top and then line him up. Like, he has some great hair, but it does take a while. So, yeah, let's get to it. I'm just, taking off the bulk, taking off the bald, all that hair off. I'm using my Babyliss T liners. I believe they're the Frank or Patrick, the Barber Clipper edition. I have those with the gold FX blade. Those go crazy. Like, I retired my purple ones and I just use these all the time. I love them. They just cut through hair. I usually just use them to take off the bald guideline. Don't really use them to line up. I believe today I used them to line up. So, yeah, I mean, I like it. It does the job. Right now, I'm using the 5 star Balders by Andis. Ezzy got me these, so shout out to Ezzy. She got them for me when I was still in barber school about like 6 years ago, and they've still done me wonders. I love using them. All I have to do is just switch the blades and the foil every once in a while, but other than that, they're perfect. They last me about a week without charging them. So right now, I'm just taking off all the hair that the trimmers didn't get, just balding them out. And as you see, I'm just going over the ear and then I'll go back down. I have a thin layer that I leave right there, the first guideline, and I'm gonna use my T liners. These ones go crazy. These are the Black Andes supercharged. I customized them. Thank you to the plug. He hooked them up for me. I love how they work. They got the gold blade on these too. These things are strong, man, and they're corded, so they can never go wrong. And all I'm doing is just taking off that first bald guideline. If you don't get the if you don't get the first bald guideline out, it does not look good. It just doesn't look clean. It doesn't look finished, and a lot of people can tell. Details are a big thing. So right now I'm gonna use my first guideline. It's just lever all the way open. I don't usually do a whole inch of a guideline. Some people do. Some people go higher. Some people go lower. Some people go smaller. Me, I like to do like a little bit lower than an inch, just because my guidelines, by the time I'm done, it's usually lower than it needs to be. So I'm just using the corners, going around the ear, brushing it. Remember, always have a comb or a brush just so you can get all that excess hair out. So all I'm doing is just some, lever action, closing it one part little by little. I have the Gamma Pros, so they have little notches on the side. I believe there's 5 of them. So every time I just go lower and lower and flick out. Remember, always flick out when you're fading. I know a lot of people that used to scratch or scrape, and I mean, I used to do it back in the day. It's normal. You get better and you learn. Now, I also cut Miguel's younger brother, and his hair is even harder. Right now, I just got the lever closed with a one guard, and I'm setting my second guideline. Now, with his hair, I after I set my guideline, I always have to go lower and use. So right now, after I set this guideline, I'm gonna use the half guard, and his hair is so thick that I'm gonna have to take that half guard off and use the clipper with the lever all the way open and just poke at it so it can get that line out. So yeah, I'm using the half guard, which is also 1/16th. And all I'm doing is just running over the line and flicking out, running over the line and flicking out. You'll see as I use the lever, I'm really quick with it. I'll use my thumb and just go up. Brush always. I can't stress this enough. You need clean guidelines, a clean canvas. This is like your art right now. Background story on these clippers. I got them about 2 years ago for my 26th birthday. They were my go-tos, and I finally retired them. They're in the graveyard in my clipper drawer. As you can see, that 1/16th, that half guard, it lightens up the line, but it won't get it out. So I'm gonna have to take that guard off, like I said, and flick out with the lever all the way open. Yeah, you can still see that line. So see, remember guys, this isn't a race. I understand you guys have a lot of clients. I understand either your back hurts or you want to get out the shop, but always take your time. Your last cut will define you as a barber. If you do a bad cut, a bad haircut, anything, everyone's just going to know you for that bad cut. You can bar everyone, but that last cut is going to be judged the most. The sun don't lie, guys. The sun does not lie. Once you go outside and the sun hits your hair, you're going to see all the blemishes, all the mess ups. Like, let's be detailed, guys. You can see just lightly touching it up. None too crazy, some soft. With some clients, I don't even have to do that. So now that's the one half closed. I like to fade up. So I usually go lever open, get that line out, one guard, one and a half, two, three, four, so on and so forth. I know some people skip steps and fade down. It's harder for me and it takes more time for me. I just like doing it this way. If you guys like another way, let me know. Put the comments below. I would like to hear how you guys fade. That's the one guard open, and I'm going to just fade out that line, soften it up. You see how I'm flicking? It's a light flick, nothing too crazy. Oh, thank you, Ezzy, too. Shout out to Ezzy. She got me that cape. I put everyone in that cape. I don't care what ethnicity, what background, what whatever. You, if it's clean, you're wearing the Mexican flag. Now, if you can tell, I still have a dark mark. See, I have to go with that half. Go lower, get that line out again. His hair is super, super thick, super dense. So I always have to go a little bit lower and get that out. Don't rush, take your time. It's not hard, you know. It's just steps. Having your steps clean, having your steps just in an organized manner will just help out the cut so much. Now I got the two guard closed, set my next guideline out. I'll use that one half all the way open to flick out and get that line out. If you guys are interested, if you like how I cut, you guys can always follow me on Instagram. It's Blessed by Abe. You guys can always DM me for haircuts if you have questions, if you have anything about school. Let me know. I'm not this weirdo that thinks I'm too cool for school. Like, I'm always here to help anyone out. That's that 1.5 guideline open. I'm gonna just start trigger playing, going up and down, using that lever to flick out and soften that guideline. Remember, a cleaner canvas is a lot easier. Always brush out. Always have everything parted and out of the way so you don't mess up the haircut. See, that line is still dark, so I have to go with that one all the way open and just hit it with the corner. Just flick out. Like I said, his hair is dark, it's dense, it's full. It's a little bit harder for me to fade it out without having to go lower with the guard. I have that 3 guard close. I'm using my comb. It's the YS Park. These go crazy. And all I'm doing is set my next guideline. These combs are the best investment I've ever done. They're a little bit pricey, but it has at the end where I can part it perfectly. I know Julius Caesar uses them, Range uses them. Um, those are just some heavy hitters from the Bay Area. I know there's a lot of other people from Team Fabulous, and this everyone uses these. I do suggest stop using the 420 combs, the Sally combs, and just invest in these. Next, I'm gonna do the 2 open to take that 3 guideline out. As you can see, I'm always flicking out, flicking out. It's all in the wrist. Don't flick out too much because you can start getting arthritis. Eventually, if you do this all the time repetitively, obviously you will do get arthritis. So please, just know your angles, know how much your wrist can take, how much it can't. See, gotta use that 1.5 open to get that 2 guideline out. Yes, thick hair, man. Trust the process. So that 1.5 still didn't get it out. So I'm still, doing some trigger play, trying to get this out. Another YS comb, bigger one for the clipper over comb. You can clipper over comb or you can always, scissor over comb. I was taught to do it this way, so I'm more comfortable doing it that way. All you have to do is go more at an angle and every time go higher and higher. Right now, all I'm doing is saturating his hair, spraying it down, going with the cowlick. If you can see, it's a spiral. Most people just try to comb their hair over. No, go with your spiral. Go with your cowlick. And all I'm doing is just clipper over comb, clipper over comb. I have that 1 guard line so I can keep some of the bulk. See, just go higher and blend. Higher and see how I angle it. Right now, I'm going to just line him up. We got to get that part right. Yeah, there we go. I knew I wasn't just going to leave it like that. See, like I said, that comb has that little thing where I can part it. It's a bigger comb, a bigger teeth, and a small teeth. I have some spritz. The pink one goes crazier, but that one will do. Brush, lay the hair down right. Crispy, shout out to Crispy. He put me on with blow drying it. It's just a little bit faster. When you line up, always start in the middle. I know people start in the corners and then go to one side. It's easier to start in the middle so you have a great balance and just know where your guidelines at, where they're not at. Take your time, guys. There's no rush. Like, you want to do this perfect. I've always been a fan of having the C cups on. This is the new generation where they like it lower like that. And no paint, guys. You don't need no paint. Like, I know everyone that's, oh, I need paint, I need fibers, I need this, I need that. If it's not a wedding, if you're not going to prom night, if you don't have a big date that you're trying to impress, or you have a date with your girl, whatever the case is, stop putting that stuff on people's face, bro. Like, y'all can tell. Use the corners. This dude got a hairy forehead, but that's my guy, so we gotta go extra with the blade. Y'all see my Dragon Ball Z tattoo? Who else likes Dragon Ball Z? Like or comment, thumbs up if you like Dragon Ball Z. My dude is Vegeta. Now, when I style his hair, he has a couple cowlicks in different areas, so it doesn't fully go how I want it. I know there's barbers that know this, hairstylists, sometimes it doesn't fully go where it wants to go. Product is your best friend. Use the blow dryer. Barbers, let's not be lazy and just do it with our hands and a comb. Like, let's blow dry it, let's style it. We're different. We're not your average barber. We're not, come on guys, it's 2022. Let's level up and boss up. See how I'm going just by the way of his hair, how it lays and everything. I'm not trying to force it to go somewhere it doesn't need to go. Hey man, shout out to Panchis for cutting my hair. Yep, work never stops. This is usually how it is. Every time I'm cutting, I always get a call. You gotta, hey bro, give me 2 seconds. Money's talking. I think this dude was asking if he can get a haircut right now. I was like, nah, bro. Like, I got way more other clients. You gotta wait. Oh, my wide teeth comb. I love this thing. It gives it so much more texture, so much more volume. It does its thing, man. I cannot complain when it comes to that. See this cowlick? I'm just going right where it needs to go so it lays right. Heat and product will help you out a lot. And that's the final product, man. Y'all let me know what you think. If you like it, hit me up. I'll cut your hair if you want the same thing. Cool little mid drop fade. Thanks for being and tuning in.